Let's throw some jabs.
The fight starts now!
Well, Sergio, on Saturday, Amanda Serrano will look to make history when she attempts to become the first Puerto Rican fighter, male or female, to be crowned undisputed champion when she takes on featherweight Erica Cruz. Sergio, Claressa Shields is the self-styled GOAT, and Katie Taylor is atop many pound-for-pound rankings. But would a win by Serrano make her the greatest women's fighter of all time?
This is a tough one because you can ask anyone, they're going to give you a different opinion. But I'm going to say no, Mannix. I don't think she becomes the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time. I'm still going to say that Katie Taylor holds that for at the top spot. She's a pound for pound number one. Shields, you could arguably make a case for her. And Amanda Serrano, she's great. But Serrano would have become the GOAT, in my opinion, if she would have won on the biggest stage and beat Katie Taylor convincingly. That would have made her the GOAT, in my opinion. But because she didn't, because she came up short, I got to give it to Katie Taylor. I think right now, at this era, at this stage, Katie Taylor is not only pound for pound number one fighter on the planet, but she's a GOAT right now because she beat Amanda Serrano and she beat Jessica McCaskill, who ended up becoming undisputed at welterweight. Katie Taylor beat her in her 8th fight. So that fight aged extremely well if you look backwards. You got to have a rival, Mannix. You got to have that adversary. Every A side needs a B side. That's something Claressa Shields has been lacking. I mean, she got it with Savannah Marshall, but it wasn't the same as Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor at MSG. So you got your GOAT right there. In my opinion, right now, it's Katie Taylor.
Yeah, I think Claressa Shields is still the GOAT at this moment, because you also have to factor in the 2 Olympic gold medals, which are a part of her resume, also a multi-time undisputed champion in multiple weight classes. Katie Taylor is right behind her. Amanda Serrano, though, a win to become the undisputed champion at 126, it will not make her the greatest woman of all time, but it will at least put her on a pathway that could get her there. We both know, Sergio, if she wins this fight against Cruz, it's all but signed, sealed, and delivered that she's headed to Ireland to face Katie Taylor at some point in the spring. If she can go to Ireland and beat Katie Taylor on her home turf, that will put her right up on par with Katie Taylor and right in the mix with Claressa Shields. If after that, she goes down to, say, 130 pounds and fights someone like Alicia Baumgardner, who has a chance to be undisputed at 130. If she can beat Alicia Baumgardner and become undisputed in multiple weight classes, that might be enough. That might be enough to make me think Amanda Serrano is the greatest woman of all time. I understand what you're saying about some of the vacant titles. That is something to consider, but she is a 7-division world champion. She has jumped from 140 back down to 115 to win titles. She's done some remarkable things in the sport of women's boxing. If she can win 3 more fights, a fight this weekend against Erica Cruz, a fight in May against Katie Taylor, and a fight maybe later in the year against Alicia Baumgardner, I'll be sold. I'll be ready to call Amanda Serrano the greatest woman of all time.
She's not far away from it. And especially if she beats a young, hungry champion like Baumgardner and like you said, goes across the pond all the way to Ireland and beat an Irish champion in her home turf. Yes, that's going to be enough. Amanda Serrano's not far from being the GOAT, and neither Claressa Shields is up there too. It's just you need an adversary. You need a rival. Muhammad Ali had Joe Frazier. You need Sugar Ray Leonard had many adversaries. Duran, Henry, Lawrence. You need that B. And unfortunately for Claressa Shields, yeah, she had Savannah Marshall, but there's not really many more because of the weight division. Anytime you start going higher and higher in weight, especially for women, there's going to be less or less opportunities to fight names of recognition. Whenever it comes to lightweights, maybe 140 pounders, that's where there's more women, more challenges. And that's the reason that I think Katie Taylor was able to beat a fighter like Jessica McCaskill in her 8th pro fight, Delphine Persoon. I mean, many great fights. And then finally, they met in the middle with Amanda Serrano because they're in that weight division that's rich in a lot of talent. Unfortunately, Claressa Shields is in one of those way stations that you like to call Bridgerweight and Cruiserweight, where there's not that much talent. And it's just sad because Claressa Shields is a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent. She's incredible, but she needs that other rival to make her absolutely great.
To keep it on Serrano, though, another factor in all this is if she beats Katie Taylor in Ireland, which is going to be incredibly tough, but if she does that in Ireland, pretty good chance we see a third fight, a rubber match, probably back in New York, where the two of them could meet potentially at Madison Square Garden. If she can get 2 wins over Katie Taylor and 1 win over Alicia Baumgartner and this win on Saturday against Erica Cruz, you're going to have a hard time telling me that she's not the greatest woman of all time.
No. Now we're talking. And guess what, Mannix? Si se puede.